Hello everyone, my name is Carlson. Welcome back to another video on my channel. This video is going to be a bit different than the ones I did before. It's going to be more of a comparison sort of video. Now, I know what you guys see from the title, but let me just say a few words, listen to me. Now, when the video is over, comment down whatever you want, or dislike the video if you didn't like it, but just watch the full video. So what I'm trying to say here, the things I'm saying in this video, I did research for them, but if any change pops up or I was wrong in any of these, I'll accept it. It's gonna be my fault, and I'm gonna make a video apologizing if I said anything wrong here. So don't just go bashing at me, or I'll just respond to your comments saying sorry, I got this wrong. Don't go bashing at me in the comments. The thing I wanted to say is, I think that Cheatbreaker is not gonna get released to the public for quite some time. Now, why am I thinking this? Well, first, there's a few reasons. You can look at MineHQ for a prime example, which J-Halt said at the start of the year that it's going to release next month, and then next month again, and then next month. And look, it's August, there's no map, HC teams didn't get released. Now, I know a lot of their development power went into other servers in Cheatbreaker, but this still doesn't mean that you cannot work enough to just get a map out for HCF. Now, he's also been saying that it's the last map and that the server is shutting down, which I doubt it. I doubt that the server is going to be shutting down. It's probably it was their most known server, and they basically started out there, so yeah, I doubt it's gonna shut down. But another thing is that J-Hall usually doesn't keep his promises, and you can probably just see that as a regular player just by looking at his Twitter. Cheatbreaker release date on the 21st, nothing happened. More Cheatbreaker info when he's back from E3, nothing happened. He said he's coming back from, I don't know where, but like that, when he's coming home, he's gonna work hard on Cheatbreaker and give us more info, which I doubt will happen. And the main part why I'm doing this video, I wasn't even thinking of making this video until I saw this video yesterday, and it was called Meme Breaker in Action. Somebody sent it in a Skype chat, and I was like, all right, let's click on this, and it was a guy cheating on Cheatbreaker, which I'll be perfectly honest, it doesn't surprise me. Now, I'll explain it later in the video why, but let me just explain to you why I think he was able to bypass it so easily. Now, Cheatbreaker's anti-cheat or anti-cheat driver, or the file, I guess you could say, has 1 kilobyte. And that is 5 times of what this notepad file has right now, and I'm in the 4th line of the notepad. Now, keep in mind, I only have like a few notes here, and I'm just, saying this from the top of my head. So yeah, I don't have a whole script written out here to just read from it, and that's it. I think that's a bit dumb. And as far as I know, I don't think you can compile an anti-cheat in 1 kilobyte, which will stop every hack which exists. Now, back in May or June, this is a pretty interesting thing. Archiebot said that Cheatbreaker doesn't even have a functional anti-cheat, and he was called out by Cheatbreaker devs, and J-Hot said that he was lying. And but they didn't give him any proof that Cheatbreaker actually has an anti-cheat, and he called them out on this because he was doubting in Cheatbreaker actually having an anti-cheat, because Battleline Premium has a multi-million-dollar anti-cheat which was funded by ESL, so ESL has a lot of money, and that anti-cheat was, people found a way to cheat on it, on the client. They weren't completely bypassing it, because they still all got caught, they all set off logs and got banned in a ban wave, but still, J-Hole doesn't have millions of dollars to pour into the anti-cheat, so like, I don't really think that the anti-cheat is working right now, and it now looks Archibald was right, because people were actually cheating on it. Now look, I don't want to go completely on Badline's side, because Battleline Premium isn't perfect just yet, but it's getting improvements. Now, I'll show you a video of somebody cheating on the screen right now. I don't know these videos, and these are just to show you how easy it was to actually cheat on on Cheatbreaker.
So I'm just going to show off the Cheatbreaker aimbot raid hitboxes bypass. No debuff because why not? Too. See the aimbot is straight unlocking onto him, and it's not really easy to tell, but I do have a bit of rage. I mean, hitbox is not going to really matter here because I'm straight on just onto his body.
Now, there's also some words from Archibot, which, I talked to him about it, and I asked him, how did this even happen? Because a client-side anti-cheat, they said you won't even be able to inject it, and to get some words about Battleline Client. And he said that Battleline Client followed something called a standard development procedure, which is where you do core features, then you fix bugs while adding quality, the quality in the client, fixing most bugs, and then optimizing. And what I realized that Cheatbreaker didn't follow this. Now, an interesting thing about this is that I'm guessing Cheatbreaker is trying to be a perfect product on release, but they keep saying that it's like that it can block every cheat, that you can't inject into it, that, it's cheaterless. And even if the anti-cheat was not fully set up or wasn't working right now, which is obviously a big possibility with this thing, why didn't it get announced? Why was nothing said about that? Cheatbreaker doesn't have a functional anti-cheat right now, or the anti-cheat is off, or the drivers aren't fully done. Why would you even give the client to give away winners if this isn't done? Because technically they can cheat on it, because the anti-cheat part, I'm pretty sure, only grabs your hardware ID and that's it. That's the 1 kilobyte of file it has there. Like, why didn't Cheatbreaker do this? Because they should have learned from Battleline Premium that saying that a product is good or perfect, and then releasing it and that not being the case. They should have learned that's gonna be a lot of backlash and that it's not gonna end up good. Now, obviously, there's a lot more hype for Cheatbreaker because apparently it doubles your FPS, which still gotta figure out. I'm thinking it has at least some connection to OCMC because OCMC doubles my FPS as well. But I'll talk about this in a later video. So I'm pretty sure Cheatbreaker got bypassed in around less than a week, and like I would say that this is not confirmed, but I'm thinking that the owners had no idea the cheating even happened, because when I responded to Ellie, or ILEI on Twitter, saying that Cheatbreaker got bypassed faster than Battleline Premium, Nestorio asked me where, and I sent the link, I PM'd him the link, and about 30 to 40 minutes later, his tweet was deleted, and I got a message from him saying that he talked to J-HUD, and that the footage was quote-unquote faked, which, I don't have anything against Nestor here, but, I just think it's a bunch of bullshit, and that they're just trying to save their asses because something promoted as a client-side anti-cheat, which will stop all cheats, got bypassed faster than their main competitor Battleline Premium. So, I mean, if the anti-cheat wasn't working, you should have said the anti-cheat is not complete, it's not working yet, it's not fully set up, and it would have been done. I wouldn't be making this video or anything. But another fact with Battleline Premium is actually that it never actually was bypassed. Now, the definition of the word bypassing can be taken in like few different senses. Now, you can just call something bypassing when you are able to cheat on it, but how I think a bypass is by being able to cheat on it and be undetected cheating. And all the cheaters who set up logs on Battleline Client, they all set up logs and they got banned in a ban wave, which, after all, isn't really such a bypass, right? And there is a reason why Battleline Premium did the first ban wave, and that is not because they just didn't want to ban the cheaters right off. That is to make the community think you can cheat on it, to get all the cheaters which could go cheat on it to actually go test it out and then gather logs from them and just ban them. So I would actually say that's sort of smart if you look at it like that. So yeah, I'm betting you right now, at least I think so, this is my opinion, that Cheatbreaker will not be released at least till October, because they obviously need to finish up the anti-cheat or even make it, because obviously they currently don't have it. And as I said, the rumor is that their anti-cheat only grabs your hardware ID and that's it. Now, what I said before, Battleline Client, on the other hand, is getting constant updates and has had millions poured into the anti-cheat. And if you don't trust me, I even made a side-to-side comparison video of rods, bows, block hitting, eating gapples, and drinking pots on Battleline Premium and 1.7. And to your surprise, it looks exactly the same in 1.7 and the Battleline Client. And even after that video, it still got more optimizations and fixes. Now, I know this video sounds like I'm heavily biased towards Battleline, and, I'll be honest, technically I am, because I like Battleline as a server more. Now, I know the owners of Battleline were really stubborn before and didn't listen to the community, but they're definitely changing because I'm actually talking to them a bit, you know. They even asked me something about some Premium League stuff, so they're listening to the community now. And I'll be talking more about Ultra and Badlands as like servers by themselves, and you know what actually happened. How did Ultra rise to power? I guess you could say in another video or pretty soon. And yeah, by the time I wrote this sentence, this notepad file is currently twice the size of Cheatbreaker's driver file, which is a fun fact. And another thing which like sort of is the most hypocritical and double standard thing I've ever seen is the community saying that Battleline Premium kept getting delayed and delayed and that it didn't get released. Now, Cheatbreaker has been announced in 2015 and it's 2017 now. And they were advertising it on MCSG, I'm pretty sure, the page. Now, keep in mind, that's 2 years. And even if Battleline Client didn't get released in 4 months after being announced, it only got, the work on it started in October 2016, and it was released about 4 to 5 months later. It wasn't perfect at that time, but now it's been less than a year, and it's, I would say, it's gonna overcome Cheatbreaker soon. It's gonna be better than Cheatbreaker soon, and it does give a big FPS boost, I can assure you that. Because my average FPS on OCMC is around 700 to 900. On regular Forge, it's about 450 to 600, and on Battleline Client, I was able to get more than 1000 FPS on average. And this is on the same settings, which kind of amazes me. It doesn't even have Optifine, so yeah, I don't know how it is. But I'm expecting a lot of dislikes on this because the community only listens to their favorite YouTubers being paid to say that Battleline is trash. Yes, that actually is happening in this community. And there is a few YouTubers I would like to mention right now, but I actually don't want to because I don't want to cause any major beef. So some of you probably already know who those YouTubers are. But, you know, it's some of those big YouTubers who just magically transfer to Ultra. I'm not hating on them for playing another server. No, that's fine, but I'm hating on them for being paid to talk trash about a server they all grew up on. Technically grew up on. Their channels grew on this server. If Battleline wasn't here, their channels, most of them wouldn't be even popular today. And now they're just turning around it because they found something which is quote-unquote better. And I'll also be talking about why I think it's not better, or at least why it will not be better pretty soon. And another major thing, which I realize, well, for some players it might not be such a big deal, but for me it is. Why is Ultra NA only? What's the reason for not adding an EU? Because I don't think money is, because J-Hald is selling these lifetime Ultra ranks for $250, and there's actually people buying it. And I don't think it's time, because J-Hald already made free servers. So that's not stopping him to expand Ultra into EU as well, right? Because I'm pretty sure that Ultra is the biggest of his free servers, which, like, it has the biggest EU player base out of them all. And it's becoming one of the biggest after Arcane. You know, MineHQ isn't working, of course, right now, except for the pod PvP one. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I am hoping you guys don't just hate on me and unsub on me because I like one client-side anti-cheat more than another. This doesn't, like, I don't think this should be splitting the community in half, because just by playing on Cheatbreaker doesn't mean you have to hate Battleline Client, and by playing on Battleline Client doesn't mean you have to hate on Cheatbreaker. Now, I know what I just said is controversial and hypocritical because I just hated on Cheatbreaker this whole entire video, but, you know, I just think that there shouldn't be so much hate because the community, which is now standing for Cheatbreaker, they're all against Battleline Client, and, you know, I'm surprised I didn't get so much hate for already not passing into the Ultra YouTuber group. I don't know why. But yeah, this has been a sort of decent video. A decently long video is what I meant to say. And, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also, tell me your opinion on all of this in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.